everyone, it's Kimberly Diamond from Real Estate TV, SGB, Southern Georgian Bay. And today I have Paula Wilimek from Wilimek Financial with me. Hi, Paula.
Hey, Kim, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure. So we've been following each other on Instagram for quite a while now. So it's really nice to finally connect and kind of learn a little more about what you offer. And I'm just going to, why don't we just jump right in and you tell us what you do?
Okay, sounds great. I am the owner of Wilimek Financial. I know, very creative with my just popping my last name into my business name.
Love it.
But yes, I have been a financial advisor now for over 18 years. I started with a big firm, but saw the need to go out on my own, just so that I could offer more in the marketplace to clients. But I have a big focus on financial literacy, in particular for women, because none of us have been taught anything about money. But then again, I think that women carry this extra layer around that we're like, but I should be, and we just don't know. So I want to empower as many women as I can.
I love that. I've actually read somewhere before that like 90% of women feel that men are the better investors. And there seems to be like such kind of a gender investment gap, so to speak. So that was one of the things that really drew me to you, because I know that you kind of offer workshops and they're really geared towards women. So can you kind of elaborate on that a little bit for me?
Absolutely. So so I started out, when I did go out on my own, I really was like, okay, I think the way we're doing the financial planning is broken. And I still stand by that, even though it's been years that I've been on my own now. And the reason why I say that is, I would do what I thought were these amazing financial plans for people, of course. And,
of course.
I'd be like, hey, you told me you wanted to do this and this and this. If you do this and this and this, we can get you there. And then I wouldn't hear from people again. And I was like, okay, what is this disconnect here? Right. And what I recognized was that the disconnect was that they couldn't see themselves doing it. So I'm like, there's a very important piece that we're not stepping back and chatting about, which is, how do you perceive yourself with money? Really, essentially your money mindset, which, I mean, you're a woman in business.
100%.
It's a hard thing. I think just sort of like recognizing that you're allowed to make money, and there's so much sort of negative narratives around women with money. So that's the piece that we need to talk about this more. And then I started teaching that. So I taught the money mindset piece, but then I also started teaching a 4-week course called Money School, which is just that. So it's like, hey, I'm going to take you week by week, the money mindset, the what you should be doing to start, and then like the investing and the insurance part, and just really all the stuff that we should have been taught at school, but we never have been.
Right, 100%. So are you finding that the confidence level has been boosted at the end of like the 4-week kind of info session workshop that you're providing for women, or their confidence?
For the most part, I'd like to think that it has been. I mean, we have some really candid conversations. I mean, I hope so. That is my mission and my passion, and I really hope so. And I offer it to people if they want to take it again. They're more than welcome to, free of charge, because I feel like it's a process, right? You don't just all of a sudden talk about money mindset and then you're like, look, everybody, millionaire, right?
That's right.
So it's really like we're all onions, So yes, I do think that people do feel empowered to make moves, I hope, at the very least, to start even at least, saving money, being more intentional with it at the very least. But I don't know if you know this, Kim, I also do a monthly money club. So it originally was a book club.
Indeed. Okay.
We did. And so we it is, again, geared for women. Not that I don't like men. I'm married to one. I do like them.
Of course.
But I just found, I really think like women in particular talking about money, it's really a revolutionary act, because we're not supposed to, right? We're not supposed to talk about it. So it sort of like takes off that mask that we can all talk about it openly. And so we meet monthly, and it's become a real source of, support and accountability for people in their lives, because like it all costs money, right? So it's been a great group that we've created.
I think I need to join this group. I love it. Because I think anytime that we
Yeah,
can
I'd love
just,
you to. Yeah.
yeah, that would be amazing. So sign me up for sure. I think that's
Yeah.
fantastic. So can you kind of like give me an overview? Let's just say I'm a single mother with a couple of kids. I have a
Mhm.
salary of, $80,000 a year or $90,000 a year kind of thing. So there's not a lot of money left over by the time all their bills are paid for savings. So how could you kind of advise that client with a 5-year plan to
Mhm.
maybe, put some money aside for a down payment on a house or, or just to create a little more stability for the woman
Mm.
client?
Great question. I would have lots of questions for her initially,
Sure.
but I mean, I would say the first thing that comes to mind for me is, especially if, so I have clients that come to me in various sort of life stages, right? But if she was coming to me and saying like, I just don't know what to do first, I would say like, okay, first up, we got to create a cash cushion for you. Um, and that is because life has a way of throwing us some like curveballs every once in a while, right? So
Certainly does.
I always say like start out with $1,000 cash cushion and try to get to the $1,000 as quickly as humanly possible, and put
Love
it
that.
aside in a savings account.
Perfect.
However, caveat, you want that savings account to grow your money for you too. Okay. So I would say like, I'm a big advocate of Tangerine, not that I make a commission or
I
anything
love
to recommend
tangerine.
them.
Love them.
Yeah, they're great, right?
Yeah.
But you can actually have a decent rate of return on that savings account, right? Which is great. And you do it in sort of a controlled, conservative way. So that would be my first thing for her. Because as we know, right, especially being a single mom, all the things, no 2 months look the same and things
They
come up.
certainly don't.
So
No.
yeah,
I remember those
right.
days.
So that
Yeah.
would be my first thing for her. And then if she had debts that, had to be sort of sorted out, because I feel like that's often what eats up people's cash flow every month is like, I'm
Right.
servicing debt, and never, it feels like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get to the end of this proverbial tunnel.
For sure. You
So
can't
I
get
might
ahead.
do some sort of recommendations around that to like get rid
Love
of
it.
debt, so that she
Kind
can
of
do some other things with that money.
kind of like
That
work
would be where I
out a
would start.
strategy kind of thing over a course of
Absolutely.
whatever to get her
Yeah.
started. And I guess just
Yeah.
start, like you said, just start, open that
Absolutely.
tangerine
Yeah.
account or what have you. So then so she wouldn't be investing, like, wouldn't it be Willamette Financial? She would eventually be investing. Would that be like the long-term goal for you? Because how do you get paid and how does that work?
Good question. So I am not a fee for service advisor. People that are in our industry know exactly what that means, but I work for free essentially for my clients, but I do get paid a commission either from the investment or the insurance companies that I do business with. And because I'm a
Oh,
broker, I don't
yeah.
care which companies those are. It's really like what's essentially best for my clients. And that's why I chose to go out on my own so that I could offer that. And I could say like, I don't
Right.
care. Let's do what's right for you.
That's
Yeah. And so that would be
amazing.
the long-term goal with her. Like, I would want to make sure she had coverage for if she is looking to buy a house. Yes, our focus would obviously be like, okay, we need to set aside as much money as we can to get you to buying a home and have a decent down payment. So we might do
Right.
that in her RSP, okay, or an FHSA. That's the
What is an
first home.
FHSA, first home? Yeah. Can you explain that to the
Yeah, so
public?
that's
Thank you.
so it's brand new. Well, it's fairly new.
Right.
It got rolled out last year, and
Yeah.
it stands for First Home Savings Account. I know, we love an acronym here in Canada,
Right.
right?
We do. Yeah.
Yeah, we really do. I'm sure you
Absolutely.
see that in your industry too, right? You're
Yeah.
like, okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, the FHSA is another way that the government is encouraging younger individuals or people that have not bought a home before to save money. So you're able to contribute up to 40,000 in your FHSA, and you can also combine that with your RSP,
I love it.
which the RSP gives you the ability to do the first home buyers.
Yeah. The
Gosh,
first time home buyer. Yeah.
thank you. Yes, there it
Exactly.
is.
Where you're not penalized and
Yeah.
don't have to. Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're able to combine the 40 with, you can take 35 out of your RSP. So it gives you a down
Oh,
payment
nice.
there of 75. And the great thing about the FHSA is that you don't have to pay that money back. So that 40 that you take out of there is yours to use for your down payment, and that's it. So that's kind of nice. Whereas in contrast, your RSP, you do have to pay it back.
Within
But remember, this is going back. Yes, you do
15
have 15
years, right, Paula? Yeah, that's right.
15 years plus 2 at the beginning to start. So they don't start your payback until you've bought the house 2 years after you bought the house.
Oh, so 2 years after the anniversary date, that's when the nice 15 sort of years. Oh, nice.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, you got it.
The FHSA, it's tax-free?
Mm-hmm. It is. Mm-hmm.
So wouldn't that be more advantageous to use that over an RSP if you, in terms of like purchasing a home? What's your suggestion if I want to? Mm-hmm. I'm that single mom wanting to buy my first house.
Yeah. So that would be my first thing. So you've never bought a home before. I'd be like, Kim, let's do FHSA, and we maximize that out. We max it out. And then if you don't have any more contribution room to that, let's do the RSP, because yes, any contributions you're making to your RSP are tax-free in terms of your income, right? So that doesn't, yeah, you don't get taxed on it as income tax, but then you have that ability to take out another 35 if that's the case, because I don't know what you're seeing in terms of like down payments, but
I'm seeing the bank of mom and dad kicking in a lot. Right.
And that's not always a possibility for mom and dad though, right?
No, it's not. And it's tough for sure. It's not always possible. And we're not also fortunate to have the bank of mom and dad just, kind of saying, here's 10 or 20% or even 5%. Right. So I love this. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, and that's so interesting you say that, the bank of mom and dad. I mean, I spoke to a client of mine this morning. She's like, I really want you to sit down with my kids because they're about to sort of launch beyond the home and move out. Right. And I'm like, okay, because you want to start those habits sooner rather than later. Right. So
100%,
yeah, and it really is. I mean, money, it's another habit that we get to create. So you get to decide whether or not you want to be the one who's like, hey, I'm going to throw another $50 into my savings or my investments. And then you reap the rewards of that long term. Right?
And it is a learned habit, like you say. I mean, as a young person, I wasn't taught that at home or what have you. We just, kind of made ends meet, so to speak, week to week. My parents both worked very hard, what have you, but in terms of like investing and all of that stuff. So it was something that, through trial and error and the school of hard knocks, a couple of, in my youth, I learned some valuable lessons about the value of having great credit and, really establishing that. And and it really changes the dynamic of your life. Right. So, and when you have that, it does, the comfort and the stability of knowing that you have that safety nest, right. As we talked about, and the cushion, right. And beyond that, of course. So, yeah.
So, you really
so if somebody wanted
beyond the cash cushion,
that's right. Exactly. 100%. So if somebody wanted to take one of your workshops that you offer, is it like online? Or are they going into the classroom per se? Tell me a bit about that.
No. Yeah. So that's a great question. So I was doing them all on Zoom, especially, during the pandemic. It was a very popular option. I am in the midst of actually moving it over into a downloadable course so people can do it at their own sort of leisure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel
life
like
is busy.
We're back to being busy again, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
So
okay.
So
that's fantastic.
I'm in the midst of doing that so that people can do it whenever they're able to. Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. And I guess last question, and we're going to put a link below here, everybody. So if you want to learn more about Paula's workshops and what have you, and all of her contact info will be linked below. So you can reach out to Paula. But I noticed that you also kind of delve into insurance. Is it life insurance or am I incorrect? Like, can you just tell me a little bit about that too while we're here, right?
I'll tell you what I do. So yes, the insurance side is actually a really important side of financial planning for people.
Okay.
So yes, I do life insurance, all the different types in there. I do like disability for clients, critical illness, and I also do group benefits for, small to medium businesses
Oh,
too.
really? Okay, fantastic.
I
So
do.
that's interesting. Um,
Mhm.
all right. Well, Paula, thank you so much for your time. Like I said,
Thank
all of
you.
Paula's links will be below. Is there anything else that I haven't touched on that you wanted to share with everyone here today, or have I missed
I
anything, Paula? I need more
don't
coffee
think so.
this
You've
morning.
done a great job. It's been a
Yeah.
great interview. Thank you. I think the
Well,
only thing I would encourage people to do is just start. So, if you're
just
sort of,
start. Love it.
I, yeah, I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, I'll wait until I make this amount of money, or I'll wait. And I'm like, just start, because a good chance is that when you do make the more money, you might just spend more money. So just start putting
Very
money
true.
aside, or creating the life that you really want.
And I love what you said about the Tangerine account too, because I have like my regular banking account and then I have my Tangerine. And when I put money in there, I just forget about it, Like it's like a nice little,
Exactly.
yeah, because it's not my day to day where I'm out tapping, shopping, etc. Right. So,
Exactly.
yeah, we're really like promoting the heck out of Tangerine today. But
Yeah, we really are.
it's
Yeah,
great. Yeah, for sure. So,
it's true.
yeah. Well, Paula, thank you so much for your time. Now, before we go, I just wanted to ask you 5 fun facts in 5 seconds or less about yourself. All right. What was your first concert?
Okay.
What was your first
Oh my
concert?
gosh. I think it was Madonna, I believe.
Mine
See
was
Madonna.
Huey Lewis in the News. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
What's
no
on?
way. Amazing.
Yeah. What's on your bucket list of things that something you still want to accomplish or do or go see, or what would that
Mm.
be? What would that look
Oh my
like?
God. I would love to climb Kilimanjaro. I'd
Oh,
love to do that.
wow. Good for you.
Mhm.
Favorite
Mhm.
snack?
Oh my God. Chips. I mean, I'm a
Chips.
savory girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your childhood celebrity crush?
I
Mine
don't,
was
I don't know.
No, mine
Who
was
was yours?
Donny Osmond. I had I'm really showing my age right
Oh,
now,
so
by the way.
cute.
I had a poster over my bed, and every night I'd be like, "Good night, Donny."
Oh, I love
You
that.
did,
I love that. No,
yeah.
you know what?
Such
I
a
was like
nerd.
anti. I was I was like very like I won't love new kids, but I feel like new kids were around when I was
That was
growing up.
your kind of go-to maybe
Yeah, I
crush.
think so. Mhm.
Last
Yeah.
question. What was your first job?
My first job. I think I worked at Canada's Wonderland
Oh,
in
did
like their
you?
merch department.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, it was a
Very
great job.
cool.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
Mine was
Yeah.
scooping ice cream. Well, listen,
Ah,
Paula, thank you so much for sharing and joining me today. I really appreciate it. And I know I've said it before, but I'm going to say it one last time. All of Paula's contact info is going to be linked below. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to reach out to Paula for any information, financial advice, etc., please do. Wishing you a great day, Paula.
yes, you too, Kim. Thank you again for having me.
Thank you. Have an awesome day. We'll chat soon. Bye.